Ladies and gentlemen, I'm NoGod21. Welcome back to Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. Last time, our good French crusader Christophe Rom something or other, can't pronounce his last name correctly, was injured in a battle with pagan barbarians and brought to Prague to be healed. Only for Prague to be set under siege by a Zimitsi vampire who set her ghouls out to abduct and drink on the living population. So Christophe sent out to the mines where Ozra the Unliving was making her haven, and slaughtered everything within. A couple of bottles of holy water, some healing potions, and a good sword equals a dead vampire. Congratulations, Christophe. Now we just need to head to the, not this one page, to St. Thomas Cathedral and speak with Archbishop Giza to get a reward, which is probably not going to be anything useful to us at all. And move on with the story. Let's see, what did I do at the end? Oh yeah, I fixed up my inventory a bit, I bought some gauntlets, I bought a helmet, I bought a neck guard. That's going to be very useful for keeping that on always, because I do not want to get my blood drank by a vampire anytime soon. And basically we spent all of our XP on upping manipulation, so we can gain some extra money by doing the buying and selling their own items back to them trick. Because merchants are stupid as fuck. Okay, where are we? The smithy. But before we actually head back to the Archbishop, let's actually head to the Gypsy, because she'll actually have some more dialogue for us, if I'm remembering correctly. Mainly because Christophe has questions about vampires. And I don't think the good Archbishop is going to tell us jack squat. My microphone is on, right? Okay, it is.
I bid ye welcome, and sing your praises for the slaying of Azra the Unliving.
Without thy lore, I could not have slain her, so I thank thee for thy wise counsel. But Azra said many things that did shake my soul. I would have benefit of thy lore.
Ask thy questions.
We can ask about Zimitsi, the Methuselah of Masquerade, what she meant by a Canaanite, and what lore hast thou of these demons? That's real specific. Oh yeah. I don't know what. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should probably up the brightness a little bit. And, the pre-rendered cutscenes I'm not even gonna fucking mess with. I mean, I could splice it out, take the actual video file, because there's not that many of them, put it into a different format, and put it on the screen in the proper orientation, or I could say, fuck that, and just leave it as is. So long as it shows up, it can be crooked for all I care. Anyway.
What lore hast thou of these demons?
The vampires do prey on mortals, but they do save their real hatred for other vampires. The 13 great vampire clans are forever at war. Clan against clan, elder against childer in a fearsome jihad. They do shake the world to its foundations with their hate, and twist up the destiny of mortals into their dark tapestry.
I can't help but think that jihad is just antediluvians messing with their own children to kill each other. That, or could be Cain deciding to say, fuck this shit. I'm gonna screw all of you over because you killed the people I cared about, so I'm gonna fuck you over now. Alright. Let's go with, Zimitsi.
Know thou of the Zimitsi?
Of the 13 great vampire clans, the fiends of Clan Zimitsi be the most vicious. They come from the dark Carpathian mountains, where ancient evil slumbers. They seek to rule mortals as cattle and abduct us from the streets at night. They cruelly craft the flesh to fashion monsters, which they call Schlachta. To extend their rule into daylight, they do corrupt mortals with wealth and power and their own demonic blood. When the mortal servants do drink the blood of their masters, they become ghouls that live forever, so long as they drink each day their daily blood. In the oldest ghoul lineages, like the royal Premisil family, children are born as revenants, mortals born with vampiric blood coursing in their veins.
And depending on how old the clan is, depends on the strength of the revenants. Because apparently, two ghouls breeding each together throughout the generations increases their power. Go figure. Of course, it also helps if the ghoul has a strong sire, but that's regardless. That's beside the point. And the funny thing is about Clan Tzimisce, there's actually two of them. Two sections of the clan. There's the Tzimisce that we're familiar with, such as Andre and Ozma, which are basically just monsters with vasectitude that craft flesh into horrors monstrosities. And there's the old clan Tzimisce that are not monsters for the most part. I forget what discipline they have instead of vasectitude, if it's that what I'm thinking of. And ironically, in the World of Darkness universe, Count fucking Dracula, Vlad Tepes III, the Impaler, Count Dracula himself, is an actual fucking vampire in this world, and he's a 5th generation Methuselah of old clan Tzimisce, which I found fucking awesome. Because he wasn't turned into a kindred by the embrace, he drank straight from the source, which is impressive.
Know thou of the Methuselah of Viscerad?
Methuselahs are among the most ancient and powerful of all vampires. Alas, I know nothing of the Methuselah of Viscerad, save that Viscerad Castle is the foul heart of the evil Tzimisce vampire clan. But don't you be going there, young one. Even an army of thy sword brethren could not dislodge such evil.
A small group of vampires armed with powerful weaponry and armor can do it. I mean, if a group of vampires can kill an antediluvian, they should be able to kill a Methuselah. And a Methuselah is weaker than an antediluvian, even though they're only 1 or 2 generations apart. Because 3rd generation is antediluvian, Methuselah is a catch term for 4th and 5th generations.
What means she by Cainite?
So every mother's child knows of vampires. Very few know they are descended from Cain and raised by the first woman created by God.
Do not blaspheme so about Adam and Eve.
Ha! Not Adam and Eve. Adam and Lilith. Lilith was Adam's first wife, and a spirited woman was she. Now, Adam wanted Lilith to serve under him, and Lilith spurned such bumpkin courtship, leaving him for the company of angels and devils. So, God did fashion Eve, who was meek and mild, but their children were far from gentle. When Cain slew his brother Abel, God cursed Cain, saying that the food that grew of the earth would no longer sustain him. Only blood, like the blood he spilled from Abe, would slake his thirst. Lilith found the outcast Cain and taught him to harness the powers of heaven and hell. God made Cain the first vampire, and Cain made all the rest by preying on the descendants of Seth, Adam's third son. And so, all vampires are called Cainites, but only by those who know more than the church tells.
I cannot pay heed to such strange notions.
You will heed me, if you would hurt them.
And that's all we can ask. The funny thing is, that story about Cain is probably actually correct because fallen angels actually exist in this universe, and so do demons. Because you can actually play those type of characters in the World of Darkness. You just need to get the books. Hell, you can play... World of Darkness has almost everything. Vampires, werewolves, mages, ghosts, mummies for fuck's sake, changelings. Is there a fairy version? I'm not even sure. Fairy is a maybe. Fallen angels. Pretty sure you can also work demons into that as well. It's crazy.
I thank thee.
Okay. A healing salve costs 51 gold to buy, but do I have 31? I'm not there yet. Once I'm able to get some bit of profit, I'll know.
Take care.
Oh, I'll be fine. Actually, you'll be fine. Kristoff, not so much, because of a certain incident that's gonna happen later on today. Okay, I think I've done enough dilly-dallying around. Let's actually head back to the church. Bum, 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 bum. Wait a minute before I do anything. Options. Display. Let's put brightness to there. I kind of wish there was a contrast option. Oh well. Just because I can see it doesn't mean it shows up in the video. Ugh. Okay, nothing back here. Always gotta check those nooks and crannies. You never know what you may find. And where the hell's the... Okay, there's the university, which means here's the inn. I already went into the inn because I got myself a healing potion. See, the inn's over here. The university is... Okay, this way. I'm on the right track. Oh, knights. You don't have anything to say to me? Of course not. Archbishop!
I am newly returned from the silver mines. The evil therein is no more.
The splendor of the Lord rains down upon thee, Kristoff. I give thee this wrought silver cross for thy labors.
I would hear all thou knowest of vampire lore, that I might fight them more wisely.
They are evil. That is all thou need knowest. I do not corrupt my soul with knowledge beyond that.
I thank thee.
Wrought silver cross. It should be pure Macedonian silver, you fucking asshole. Oh, I wish I had the option to kill him right now. I can't do that because I'm a human crusader.
Hurrah! Hurrah for Kristoff! The mines are safe again. All hail the crusading hero of Prague. Hurrah!
We thank thee for restoring the mines. We finally have new silver to craft and sell. God bless thee, Sir Kristoff.
My heart warms to see the good people rejoice so, and yet Ozra's words chill me to the core. I fear that evil endures in Prague.
So only 4 people came out to congratulate me. Great. Especially this hobbling old man who really looked out of place. Well, let's see. Oh, now we have to visit Sister Ineska.
Good morrow, milady.
Good morrow, my lord. We give thanks that the mines are restored to godly condition, and we rejoice to see thee in health after such danger.
Yet there is danger in health. for I must forego thy tender ministrations.
My lord,
Yet now I suffer a new affliction, for which thou hast the only cure.
I shall serve thee in any way I can, my lord.
I have retrieved a sacred relic, milady, the amulet of St. Jude. I wouldst give it thee, milady, for thy devoted care.
I take no gifts. The Lord's work is favor enough.
It is the dearest of all I have, and thou art the dearest of all I have not. Please, keep this for my sake.
God damn, Kristoff, you smooth. And apparently, the symbol of St. Jude is a ship. Oh, what do I know? I only have a sigil of Lucifer and St. Michael in my room. I forget where they are currently. I think sigil's right over there. I think the amulet's over there. Oh, there's Archbishop Giza. Oh boy.
Good day, Archbishop Giza.
Explain thy intentions toward good sister Inesca. I command thee to speak only truth before God.
I find her the fairest of all God's creatures, and bemoan the cruel fate that hath placed her beyond my reach. In another time and place, we might have found happiness together as man and wife.
Such thoughts are evil. Thy concupiscence damns thy soul and dooms Inesca. I command thee, purge such lusts from thy heart, if not for thy sake, then for hers. Do not tempt her away from her holy orders, thou wicked, selfish boy. She is out of thy star, and is not for the likes of thee. Her place is with me, with us, here in the convent. And thy place is out in the wilderness, striking the fear of God into the hearts of the heathen. If thou art strong enough to entertain such lusts, thou art strong enough to return to thy regiment.
Alas, they are too far away.
Well, the streets of Prague are still host to unclean demons. Perhaps thou shouldst destroy these abominations to expend some of thy hot blood.
I must protest. My place is here. The demon queen confessed they sought to defile holy places. 'Tis my duty to protect these hallowed grounds when next they attack.
Thy archbishop shall dictate thy duty. Hunt them in the streets.
Who's a sinner now, Archbishop Giza? Kristoff here may be pining after Inesca and she him, but they haven't acted upon their lust, so therefore they have not sinned. You, however, are an envious, lustful little prick who only wants Inesca for yourself. I see through your bullshit, priest. And since we are an ever-dutiful crusader,
I obey, but I shall protect the streets in front of the cathedral and convent as well.
I shall be watching thee, thou immoral lad.
oh, you have no room to speak, fat ass. Night falls and the Schlachta roam the streets, so let's go kill them! Prague's old town. Let me get the night music. Which is very creepy. It's mainly that piano noise that gets me every time. Now I'm going to save right here. Mainly because this is where I died the last. This is when I died when I realized that I screwed up the game somehow. That save corruption also affected the autosave, because the autosave is supposed to engage whenever you enter a new area. But yeah, that didn't exactly help. Well, might as well see what's there for us to kill. Barrels apparently respawned. Anything behind? Nope. No one hiding in the shadows. That's a surprise. Hello, knight. Standing guard. Good on you, sir. I could use some backup to purge the streets of unholy abominations, but I guess I'll have to go by myself. Man, that fucking piano chord. Seriously, there's a Slokta standing in the streets that isn't doing anything. It's just standing there. There's another one over there. It should be at least chasing after people. Sorry, no blood healing's gonna work for you today. Seriously, guardsman! It's right in front of your view! And you couldn't see it? The fuck? Okay. Now this next encounter may be a bit of a pain in the ass. Mainly because I don't have a proper chest piece. I'm only wearing a suit of rags. And this fight may or may not result in me having to reset. Just to make sure. Yes, I want to overwrite. This is a good way to keep track of my time.
Oh, 'tis the little warrior. I bet you're soft and tender inside your tin britches.
I'll eat your gizzard while it's still attached to your quivering body. This is thy payment for bringing final death to Ozra the Unliving.
Sup, Dr. Claw? Run away! These guys do massive damage because of their fucking potence. There we go, but they don't have a large amount of health.
Alarms from within the convent. Aneska, I will protect thee. The Archbishop be damned.
Exactly, because the Archbishop's inactions and words. People are being threatened, and we can't have that. Protect thy neighbor.
Christoph, thou hast brought evil into this holy place. This taint follows thy soiled soul.
It burns. The she-cow's vile purity burns like unto the sun.
Back to the abyss, hell spawn. Thou art anathema in the eyes of God. Die and be damned.
Away with thee! We forbid thee to defile this holy place.
That and true faith is actually very devastating to vampires.
It appears that I am once again in thy debt, brave sir, for coming to us in our time of need.
As I am in thy debt for saving my life with thy tender care, and for thy uncommon valor in standing with me against the forces of hell.
I pray, my lord, that thou art always near to deliver us from this evil.
Milady, I pledge my arm to thy cause for as long as I draw breath and beyond.
Then I have faith in the safety of our humble convent.
His skill is great, and he fights with the strength of a demon.
His courage has opened the minds again. Think how the gift of Cain would enhance the might of such a man.
Aye, he has done great service to the Promethean cause by dispatching Ozra without our involvement. But this decision must be made with surpassing care.
With so many of us missing, we need his sword in the coming tumult. The other clans are surely considering him for the embrace by now.
No doubt. But hast thou forgotten the power the Church wields over the minds of these mortals, Cosmos? His faith is the strength behind his steel. Stripped of his faith, would he be of any use to us, I wonder?
He has been cut from the herd by his wound. He's been separated from the heart of his sword brethren by many miles. Like any stray, he is more malleable. He may bend rather than break.
Thou art wise, Cosmos. How well thou knowest the hearts of men of war. Yet, I am not convinced.
The Premises are enraged at his continuing interference in their plans. I have learned that they have now placed a rich bounty upon his head. He'll not outlive the next moon.
Get thee to the prince, and tell him that this night, Ekaterina the Wise awakens another into darkness.
Thy will is done.
And Cosmos, should this Kristoff falter or fail, he must fall.
Lady Inesca, I must speak with thee.
Hush, lest thou rouse the convent with thy clamor.
I have wandered the city for hours, yet each turn of the streets did lead me back here.
My lord, 'tis dusk. Thou shouldst not be out of doors. Fiends shall soon be legion.
I would fight all fiends of hell to stand at thy door.
And how may our holy order assist his lordship this eve?
Milady, thou must hear me. I sought to tell thee once before, but fear took my voice.
What power could daunt the man who hath faced demons from hell?
The face of an angel from heaven.
Oh, my lord,
Thou hast stuck me a wound that heals not. My life's blood pours out before me, and I cannot stanch it. I do love thee, fair Inesca. I do love thee with a passion I have never known.
My lord, I must protest. Such love is an affront to heaven.
If thou deny me, I am undone.
I cannot deny thee. I too am afflicted with a wound for which thou art the only cure. My soul fell when first I beheld thee, and now my heart is cleft in twain. My love of God and my love of thee have torn me to ribbons, for I must betray one to keep faith with the other.
Thus my sins do pour out before me, for I have spilt my wickedness upon thy innocent bosom.
Nay, 'tis my wanton desire that hath ensnared thy virtuous heart. I was a fool to confess my heart to thee. Gladly would I imperil mine own soul, but never thine.
Then truly we are lost. Our souls are beyond all hope of redemption.
My lord, look thou at the locket thou didst give me. 'Tis the locket of St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes.
Thus fate makes a bitter mockery of our plight.
Say not so. Where the saints tread, hope follows. Mayhap St. Jude shall bring us hope past all hope. I pray we find a way.
I pray so too. Thy hopeful words have filled my heart with courage, and I can leave satisfied. Farewell, fair Inesca.
Nay, the streets are not safe at night. Thou must stay here in the convent till the sun shines again.
May God have mercy upon my soul, for the devil has just placed into my heart the most impure of notions. I do tremble to confess it, but I feel I would cast away all holiness to stay. I would exchange an eternity of heaven's bliss for one night by thy side.
Know thee that thou art not alone in such desires.
Then truly I am damned. I am condemned for my lust, but I must not drag thee into the abyss with me. I must flee this holy place and return no more.
My lord, come back!
Kristoff, you probably should have stayed in there. I mean, granted, you probably would have acted upon the lust, but you probably would still be alive.
Hold fast.
Release me. I command thee.
Thou struggles nobly. I love such passion. A lesser man could not even speak in my grasp.
What art thou? A demon sent from hell?
I am here to save thee, Kristoff, to deliver thee from thy mortal shackles.
By the power of the Lord Eternal, I banish thee from my presence.
Poor child. Thy faith died long ago. Amidst a dread battle thou came to know thy true nature. Thou art a killer of men, no matter how thou dost try to justify thy deeds. Thou kills not when compelled by God, but when ordered by men. Now come to me. I am the mother of thy rebirth.
I know thy ways, demon, and I have lore enough to kill thee.
Nay, thou art helpless in my hands as a naked babe.
Nay! Oh, nay!
Water. Aneska, water, I beg of thee. I thirst. I starve.
I am Ekaterina the Wise, Ekaterina the Promethean, Ekaterina, the leader of the Bruja clan. We are the children of Cain, and now thou art one of us.
God have mercy on my soul. I am damned.
Steady now, whelp. Thou lackst the strength to fight, and I would slice thee in twain without hesitation.
Thou must feed, my child, before the hunger overtakes thee and drives thee mad.
Am I now a miserable demon, stealing blood to live? Damned and cursed to hell? Is this all that remains of noble Christoph?
Nay, my child. There is far more to thee than ever before. Thou art Bruja now. We Bruja are the philosophers of Cain's lineage. Where other clans treasured gold and trinkets, we sought pure wisdom. We strove to unravel the thorny knots that bind the very gates of heaven. Are we damned? Nay, we are exalted. In fabled Carthage, we lived in concordance with all mortals. Together we sought the secrets of Eden, that the children of Cain and the children of Seth would be raised up. But the hated Ventru grew jealous of our power. The patrician clan betrayed us and tried to destroy us. We survived, but fabled Carthage did not. Despite this great loss, we Prometheans continue our search for harmony with all mortals.
We are the most noble of our breed, Christoph. We seek only the fulfillment of the dream that was Carthage. But we need thy help to achieve this goal. A war lies ahead. A terrible battle that calls for warriors like us.
Wars among devils do not concern me.
We will cause thee to think otherwise, whelp.
Enough, Cosmos! The Bruja blood needs time to cool. Come, let us leave our young one to think upon his situation. But know this, Christoph, thou would have been killed or embraced by our enemies on this night. We have given thee life eternal, and awakened thee to the true face of thy world. I do not expect gratitude, but our clan requires loyalty or death.
There is no life in me. Even my heart has ceased to beat. My very soul has been stripped from me. There is nothing left for salvation or damnation.
Thou needs must pledge fealty to thy new mistress.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of pack in there. Christoph is embraced by the Bruja, in the common pronunciation of the word. Bruja is how they pronounce it in this game. I'm not actually sure which is the correct way, because it sounds like a Spanish word, and I don't speak Spanish, so whatever. And the only reason why the Bruja were slaughtered in Carthage is because the Ventru were sacked up in Rome. And if you know anything about world history, Carthage and Rome went to war. And Rome came out on top. So, someone's painting history in their light. Whatever. Anyway, newly remade, no little of the world, only agree to follow that lead for the present. I submit to thee in all things I am thine to command, or... I reject and shun thy evil works. Well, since we're not a human anymore, it's kinda pointless to do this, so option 1 it is.
I am newly remade and know little of this world. I agree only to follow thy lead for the present.
Such rebelliousness is unseemly in a Bruja. I do not like such willfulness in my childer.
He displays as much fealty as can be expected from such a one, Ekaterina.
Very well, Cosmos. Then thou may hold his leash. We shall see if he takes instruction with more deference. Kristoff, thou must understand that our enemies are legion, and none more vile than Clan Zamitzi, which infests Prague like a plague. The fiends seek thy death in payment for the slaying of Azra and her Shlachta servitors. If thou art to survive, thou must quickly master the powers of thy blood. Thou must pay heed to all our laws, or thou wilt become a gibbering monster like the Zamitzi. Our first law...
Mistress Ekaterina, I crave thy indulgence. Kristoff is a man of action. His learning shall be the greater on the field of battle than the parlors of the Prometheans. Let me take him on my mission to Garanal's Haven, where he may learn our ways firsthand. I could use a stout broadsword protecting my back.
Kristoff is not yet ready.
Verily, he is as ready as he shall ever be.
I would have thy counsel, Cosmos.
Kristoff is no Bruja philosopher. His hot blood cools too much when he has no mission and curdles. Send him forth. If he survives, he will have mastered our ways.
Very well. Kristoff, go thou with Wilhelm Stryker. Trust what he says if thou wouldst outlive the night. Go, my swordsman, and strike deep into the lair of our dear ally, Garanal the Cappadocian.
Time to cut thy teeth, fledgling.
And we get our first party member, Wilhelm, who has higher blood and health, but health is not really a thing. Blood, that's because Kristoff hasn't drank much. Recover the Nod Fragment. Cross Judith Bridge and enter the Petrin Hill Monastery. Find the Nod Fragment, bring it to Ekaterina, whatever. And since we got our first party member, we have Wilhelm here. Bruja Neonate, Generation 10. What's Kristoff? Gen 9. So technically I should have a higher blood pool than Wilhelm, but I don't think I will. Let's see, he has 35 strength, 40 dex, 30 stamina, 30 perception, 35 intelligence, 25 wits, 25 charisma, 25 manipulation, and 30 appearance. And since we now have vampires, we can do this. Disciplines. Common is what every vampire starts with. We have feeding and blood healing. Wilhelm has access to celerity at rank 1, potence at rank 2. Protean, which is weird because usually Bruja only have prescience, unless they're an offshoot which has a temporal anomaly ability which can stop time. I wonder how Wilhelm learned Protean. Must be friends with a gangrel. He knows Eye of the Beast, which increases visual senses. I have no idea what that actually does. Feral Claws, which turns his hands into weapons. Very useful for dealing lethal damage to vampires. And he knows Awe, which charms target towards the user. He has access to a halberd, a short bow, a stack of arrows, and 2 scrolls of awakening. Which oh boy. Are scrolls of the Awaken the ones that revive dead party members? Because they are, that's handy. And he comes with 4 potions of blood. Bottle of Vitae. Very useful. Okay, and since we now have access to disciplines, that's what the number keys are used for, to select them. Kristoff, we need to sell all these healing elixirs because we can no longer use them because we are now a vampire. We have access to blood strength as well as blood healing and feed. We have access to celerity, potence, and presence when we start. We can actually learn practically all the disciplines in the game as we progress, either by having party members join us, or by finding skill books in dungeons. Okay. Well, Wilhelm, let's get out of here. You're going to teach me how to be a vampire. This should be fun.
Ekaterina is a scholar, not a warrior born. She would keep her fledglings studying vampire lore in her nest till Gehenna comes, and never hurl them from the nest to test their wings. But I cannot spend hours debating Cainite wisdom in a university. Give me a stout broadsword in my hand, and the sweet taste of my foe's blood on my tongue, and I have all the wisdom I need. And I suspect thou art akin to me.
I am not akin to thee, blood guzzler. I strike only those that deserve my steel. I do not murder the innocents to gorge on their blood.
Thou shalt feed upon blood, or thou shalt die. But thou need not kill to do so. Drink only so much blood as will sustain thee. Suffer thy prey to live on, for to kill during the feeding is to violate our Promethean ethic. And that way lies the beast.
The beast?
A beast born of Cain's sin doth coil within thy breast, Christoph. Keep it at bay, or be lost forever. Acts of cruelty unleash that beast until it rules thee, as it rules many of Azra's kin.
The beast made them madmen?
Nay, the mad vampires are called Malkavian. Shouldst thou meet one, God help thee. Shouldst thou need his assistance, God cannot help thee.
Ha!
Nay, the beast is not mere madness, but demonic possession by the curse of Cain. We Prometheans are wayfarers in the land of the beast, but we stray not from the road of humanity, the via humanitas. By our acts of compassion are we saved from the jaws of the beast. Remember this always, or be devoured from within.
And get one of the worst endings in the game. Alright. Like Wilhelm said, if you meet a Malkavian, you're fucked. But if you require help from a Malkavian,
Thou hast life everlasting, so long as thou keepest thy pallid flesh hidden from the sun's hateful rays. The life-giving sun only brings death to the likes of us. Each day we must retreat to our haven in the chambers below the university.
whoa, camera, don't spin on me when I get to the end. Yeah, if we ever require the assistance of a Malkavian, we're screwed. And since we are now a vampire, every human NPC in the entire city is considered a hostile. You see this stance, these three buttons over here? For the love of God, whatever you do not click an offensive stance in the middle of town. Because what will happen is your party will decide, hey, I'm offensive. This is classed as an enemy. I'm going to go attack it. Yeah. And attacking Knights of St. John at this point is a suicide mission. And I should actually change up my AI parties, not that. Controls? There we go. Quick disciplines only, quick items only, auto discipline casting. Since I don't want them to waste blood on useless stuff at this point, we're only have them casting buff and healing. Which means that Wilhelm in combat should cast healing if he needs it, and feral claws. Let's see here. Map. And our haven and now in the university and now on the map. Let's see, I need to head this way. Since I actually have a rat, we can drink its blood and get it out of our inventory. And all the barrels have reset. Amazing. And this dropped a rusty dagger. Thanks, game. More rats. Wilhelm will tell us how to feed on normal people when we get to the bridge, so... Great, another suit of rags. There you go, Wilhelm. You don't have any armor. Here, have a halberd. I'll get you something better later. Thankfully, though, the blacksmith doesn't close. so we'll come back here when we have an inventory full of stuff to sell. Head to the bridge. Ah, and there's our poor target.
I grow faint.
The hunger overcomes thee. The beast strengthens as thou weaken from lack of blood. Canst thou feel him uncoiling in thy heart? Thou must feed. Feed or die, Christoph, for I shall kill thee before I let the beast claim thee.
And Wilhelm is a true bro. Let's see if I'm remembering right. Is it right click? It is! You only need to press it once.
Only what thou needs, Christoph, no more. Behold, his wound vanishes. Monsieur shouldn't drink so much wine, eh, Christoph? Do not worry, he'll wake up and know nothing of what has happened. Most mortals find great pleasure in the dark kiss. Ekaterina tells us that in Carthage, the mortals happily submitted to it.
Good for them. Unless you're Clan Giovanni in the 21st century, in which case you're experiencing pain from hell. Anyway, we're full up on blood.
These powers tempt me to dark acts. How easily could I rain devastation on all who vex me?
Thy fear and thy power conspire to make of thee a beast. Seek thee an anchor for thy humanity, a rock to cling to when storms come.
Anezka.
Love for a mortal is the most dangerous of all anchors.
I must see Anezka.
That is most unwise. The cheerful world of daylight is lost to thee.
I must see her again, just to look upon her for a moment.
Ekaterina would not be pleased. Oh, very well. Shouldst thou display valor on our mission this night, I shall take thee to the convent, but only for a moment to glimpse her as she sleeps. Now come, our mission lies ahead.
And like I said, William's a true bro. To the Golden Lane. We can't go to the Prague Castle. But we can go to Eunora.
Hello, young one. What is it you... But hold. You do look so strangely. Ah, they have hurt you. The Canaanites have taken ye for their own. Oh, my poor boy. But fear not. Unorna neither fears ye nor casts ye out. I'll help ye, if I can.
If I can. And her inventory expands severely. Oh boy. And now she sells Vitae bottles. Blood of Pearl, what the hell? Oh, it's 55. Alright. Let's see, Walk the Abyss. I think that's a teleport scroll to the Haven. That's gonna be a useful spell to get. Awaken is reviving. Spirit Touch is identifying magical items. Let's see, a Discipline Ring. Blood cost 80%. Discipline Bracelet. Blood cost 69%. Blood Necklace. Amulet. I wish you told me what those were. Oh boy. While I'm not getting the full price for these, they're taking up valuable inventory space. Will she buy a rusty dagger? No, she cannot. We can only sell potions and magic scrolls to her.
Take care.
The blacksmith will buy weapons. Now to explore the rest of Golden Lane. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is there anything down here? Gate to the catacombs. Let's not go down to the catacombs. I don't think we need to go into the catacombs just yet. Just a hunch. Hello, Knights of St. John. Wait a minute, where the fuck? Golden Lane. Ah! Well, it is a good thing I came here. I didn't actually need to come up here. I needed to go to the opposite direction. Fair enough. Well, at least I sold my potions. For a much better price than I would have if I didn't have a somewhat decent manipulation score. Okay, we're gonna save here. Just to check my time. Okay, I should be able to, can I beat this dungeon in about 10 minutes? How the hell is it?
Behold Petron Hill Monastery, haven of the Cappadocian vampires in Prague.
The monks are vampires?
Nay, the Cappadocians lurk in the desecrated crypts below the monastery, out of sight of the monks who provide them with fresh blood. Only those monks that serve Garanal know the real master of the monastery.
Of course, there is a probability that some of the monks in the monastery are ghouls or vampires themselves. Because Cappadocians are the ancient vampire clan of death. They're the Dark Ages and Middle Age versions of the Giovanni clan, before Giovanni decided to basically usurp the Cappadocians. Petron Hill Monastery.
What is our mission?
A mission of misfortune. Wise and noble Garanal is friend and ally to Ekaterina. I take no pleasure in storming his home, but Ekaterina has divined that the Cappadocians have stolen from her. We seek to retrieve a precious fragment of the Book of Nod, the wisdom of the ancient Canaanites.
Why would Garanal steal from her?
We know not. Until we learn all, we cannot let them know we serve Ekaterina.
That means that all vampires must die. Let's not attack the monks. I don't think they care if we grab the bag of gold. Ooh, treasure chest. Scroll of Blood Dexterity. Ah yes, there are buff spells for strength, dexterity, and stamina. Which we'll get as we progress. Let's leave the monks alone, we don't need to feed on them or anything. Ah, and here we have Cappadocians.
To the abyss with you!
Funny thing is, you can actually feed on vampires and not suffer diablerie at all. That's one thing they didn't put in this game, which I'm thankful for, because enemies are a very useful source of blood. Even though it's kind of cannibalism. Oh, get back here, you son of a bitch. And he turns to dust. Ah, a suit of leather armor. Perfect. And he dropped 5 gold. The other asshole didn't drop shit. Bottle of Vitae. Here we got a bear suit of armor. And we get plus 10 fire and electricity resistance. It's much better than what we're wearing, at least. And now our outfit has changed somewhat because we now have some proper armor. Excellent. I think Christoph, no matter what you wear, still wears the, tabard? Mantle? I know he's wearing a cape. I don't know what the actual thing he's wearing is called. I forget. That doesn't matter. Ironically, the best method and the slowest method of killing enemies in this game is the, fishhook method, which is the party stays back, one character charges forward, and leads them to the party, resulting in a slaughter. I'll be taking that gold.
The Cappadocians are a strange clan, Christoph. They seek to understand death and the secrets of the grave. Prepare thyself. Their halls are guarded by the walking dead.
The stench of death taints this holy place.
'Tis fitting for the clan of death.
And yet none of the monks upstairs seem a little disturbed about the skeletons entombed in the walls? At all? I think they're taking the death thing a little too far. Considering they study and I think they also worship death. And Cappadocians come out looking like corpse when they're freshly embraced anyway. You doing okay there, William? Oh, Wilhelm's stuck in a movement loop.
Thy mind is troubled. Let us soothe the tumult in thy mind with the comfort of the tomb.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Kristoff used potence. Nice. Blood healing. What's in the treasure chest? Ah, a broadsword.
Final death to thee, my Canaanite brothers. The oblivion thou seek is upon thee.
To the abyss.
Who are you talking to? I think that dialogue was a little bit out of the boxes here. Okay. I need a higher strength or a better speed to actually get these fuckers. Don't worry, Wilhelm. Backup is on the way.
To the abyss with thee.
Oh, now you walked into a corner like a dumbass. Come here, rat. Scroll awaken. Thank you. Let's see. 4 gold. Oh, you're shooting? I don't think so. Get your head cut off, skeleton. The sound effects of all the headlands is hilarious. Okay, we're closed off. That's not a good sign. Probably should have kept a torch for that darkness. Oh well. Let's see, is there anything else? Scope of the area. We got a Cappadocian there. A corpse minion there. Wilhelm. You, sir, are running a little bit low on health, so... Oh yeah, I forgot. Just need it in your inventory.
Thy coffin awaits thee, stripling.
Stripling?
The grave yawns to swallow
To the abyss with thee.
Fucking rat, get out of here.
Thy coffin awaits thee, stripling. The grave yawns to swallow thee. Thy mind is troubled.
Get back here, you stupid bitch.
The tumult in thy mind, the comfort of the tomb.
Okay. Oh boy. That did not go as well as I planned. Or hoped. Yeah, because shots kept getting on the fucking walls. Pull the lever, and that should open up some doors. This place is definitely creepy. It doesn't help that there's a disturbing cadaver right there. Ooh. What do we have here? A bracelet. I'll take it. And I forgot to search up what the AP means. 25 gold. And silver coins. Okay, we'll just phase through the world. And now the doors are opened. Well, this door is open. Oh no, it's the shambling undead. Whatever shall I do? Zombu? Excuse me? What the hell's a Zombu? Well, whatever it is, it doesn't survive decapitation. Wow, I'm getting a lot of criticals today. It's great. Thank you, Rapier, even though you're not technically a rapier. Alright. Let's see, is there anything for us here to loot? Or a switch to pull? Aha! Disease vaccine, I'll take it, I guess. Ooh, rubies. A buckler. And another lever to pull. Okay, Wilhelm. Two-handed weapons are all good, but I think you need a shield more. Have a broadsword and a shield, and be a little bit more defensive, please. I don't want you dying anytime soon at the start of the game. When we come across a certain asshole, then we'll decide. Then we'll have to work with that.
Thou dost fight thy allies with great zeal, Wilhelm.
I take no pleasure in it. I just do what must be done. The only one I will not fight is Garanal, the leader of the Cappadocians. I chose to strike this night because Garanal and his assistant Serena have an audience with the Cainite Prince of Prague, Rudolf Brandl, and will not be here.
Very smart. Very smart. How far am I along? Ah! Okay. That's perilous. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of time for today. Unfortunately, I'll have to finish this dungeon in the next video. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been NoGod21. This has been Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. Next time, we're going to finish the monastery dungeon and progress from there. But until then, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time.